What's going on, guys? It's Diego, your Tuesday host, which means it's Tuesday. This week we are talking about lesbians who date F to M's or F to M's who date lesbians. I guess I'll just tell you guys my feelings on it. I personally don't really care. I think that you can date whoever you want to date. I know that people have issues when it comes to, lesbian being the identifying marker that someone uses about with their sexuality, but then they'll date trans men. I think that if you identify as a lesbian and you primarily date women and you still want to identify as a lesbian even if you find yourself attracted to a trans man, I think that that's okay. I don't, I firmly believe that our sexuality is fluid, and as long as you're able to see that person as a man, then what difference does it make if you identify primarily as a lesbian? I don't know. I guess I'm just really hard to offend, and I don't really get butthurt over dumb little things like how someone identifies with their sexuality. And I think that there might be trans men who prey on lesbians, and yeah, that's probably not right. But I think that if a trans man is dating a lesbian, I think that that's totally fine. Again, the only hiccup that I can see with these types of things is, lesbians date women, and I feel like they are far more likely to see a trans man as just like a man with a vagina, or the only reason that they're willing to date them is because they haven't had bottom surgery or something, and that I think is wrong. I think that if that's your reasoning for being with a trans man, I think that you should not be with that person, because whether or not you are expressing to them that you see them as male, you yourself aren't seeing them that way, and you're either lying to yourself or you're lying to them about that. But I think that, if you are lesbian and you always have been or something, and you want to date a trans man and still call yourself a lesbian, I think that that's totally fine, but just definitely make sure that you are understanding the situation and how that person is comfortable with things. I think that in these types of things, communication is key, and I know that a lot of trans men still hang out in gay bars and stuff like that. I do. I identified as a lesbian for years, and I just feel most comfortable still in those bars. I'm not there to hit on lesbians or pick up women, and most trans men aren't doing that. But I feel like the lesbian community kind of has this idea that that's what's going on, and I don't think that they realize that the reason these people are still in these bars is because it's a comfort thing. If someone's been comfortable and safe in this environment before, they will still feel kind of comfortable and safe in the same situation, even post-transition. I don't think that, for the most part, I don't think that that trans dudes are just trying to hit on lesbians, and I don't think that there's lesbians who are like tranny chasers or anything. I mean, maybe there are, but in my experience, that's not really what I notice. I just think that, identify the way that you want to identify and date who you want to date. Just make sure that there's an understanding between the two of you. You're completely open and honest about how you feel about the situation and how you see that person. If you can't see that person the way that they want you to see them, then it's not going to work. And that's my little spiel on that. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and happy Tuesday.